Welcome to The Know. I'm Meg Turney.
And I'm Adam Ellis.
It's your first news read.
I know.
I'm
I'm so
proud.
excited.
The Know has, just in time for Adam to get here, become the Nintendo Speculation Super Show. So, of course, we've got some new things to chew on for everyone's favorite Mario Maker.
Speculation mode engaged. Could Nintendo be considering extending their brand to PC games? That might be the case, according to a new announcement the company made this week.
First, let's back up just a little bit here, because that one requires a bit of a runway. Last month, Nintendo made all kinds of headlines when it officially laid out some of its NX platform plans in a call with shareholders.
Yay, Nintendo NX! Boo, March 2017.
Why you keep shooting yourself in the foot, Nintendo? I don't understand. One of the things that was also a part of the call was a proposal for a major corporate restructure.
Nintendo's going to have to vote on the corporate restructure at its next shareholders meeting in June. So ahead of that, they've sent out an announcement which documents not only the corporate restructuring, but also new business ventures, one of which might be PC gaming.
It could mean a number of other things, of course, but it certainly means something, because this isn't just Nintendo throwing out an idea for something cool to try. They're actually changing their articles of incorporation here, which is a very big deal.
For you non-business nerds out there, the Articles of Incorporation make up a document which basically states the reason a company exists.
Right. When you take Nintendo changing the way it does business, this whole corporate restructure is very significant, but we'll get to that later. Plus, the reason it does business, you do get a small glimpse about what the company might be trying to do in the future.
So what exactly did they change in the Articles of Incorporation?
Well, in addition to normal reasons that you'd expect Nintendo to say they do business, like manufacturing and selling playing cards, and production, manufacturing, and sale of content such as games, images, and music, the new amendments include things like development, manufacturing, and sale of computer software, and licensing of intellectual property rights.
Again, including computer software could mean anything. They also added medical devices, which we've heard Nintendo talk about and cancel over and over the last few years. But it's interesting that they added language about computer software specifically, instead of just amending the existing article about games.
Right. This could just be a reference to mobile apps or apps in general, like what Nintendo is doing in current and future mobile efforts with Miitomo, but maybe Nintendo also considering desktop applications as well.
Legend of Zelda on PC, anyone?
Yeah.
Sign me up. That could also indicate that Nintendo may be considering creating PC ports for older games to be included on Steam or other platforms.
Please. There's certainly a ton of business sense there, of course. Sega's recently released Sega Mega Drive Hub has moved over 350,000 digital copies on Steam since it came out last month. That is not an insignificant amount of change, since games are sold at $3 a piece or in $7.50 packs of 10.
Right. Plus, we've already seen Nintendo shifting away from its total reliance on its own ecosystem by developing mobile apps. So hey, maybe they're considering doing even more on other platforms like PC.
Yeah, then again, maybe they're just recreating Mario Teaches Typing, or allowing other people to make some quality health software using Nintendo characters and all those vitality sensors that they've been talking about forever.
All this might be unthinkable to Nintendo fans, but the idea isn't entirely unfounded, especially when you consider the other change they made in the articles about licensing out intellectual property.
Now, the original entry for that one was about licensing out Nintendo trademarks. The new entry is about licensing intellectual property, which is a broader and more significant category, which also includes trademarks, but also patents.
Right. Nintendo licensing out patents would include the Wii motion sensor technology, plus all of those wacky patent concepts that we've seen for the NX, and even the NX technology itself. So why would Nintendo want to license out all its hardware?
Well, there's been all sorts of speculation that Nintendo is building out something totally different here with the NX, which I'm sure we've contributed to time and time again. But what if the NX is basically a preloaded app box that other developers can create for, much like the way the Android or Apple devices work?
Or Nintendo is also considering the extension of its ecosystem to PC, that you download a Nintendo app on your PC which interconnects with your NX and mobile device, a shared library, cross-platform play, etc. Although that's not very Nintendo.
That's true. Not very Nintendo, but certainly would be a huge shift in the way the company does business, but would be awesome all the same. There's also the argument to be made that Nintendo's intellectual properties, like the Nintendo brand itself, Mario, Zelda, Donkey Kong, Smash, Kirby, Fire Emblem, Pokemon, and more, all those are much more valuable to the company than dedicated hardware.
Nintendo going totally platform agnostic with its properties, allowing them to be on a number of other services, could potentially be worth way more money than focusing solely on its own console. And if you can figure out a way to make both models work, why not?
Yeah, absolutely. And while it seems like Nintendo would never choose to do such a thing here, because that would be good business sense, that would be true for old Nintendo. Maybe new Nintendo, with all this corporate restructuring, would do it.
Right. The restructuring Nintendo is undergoing is part of an amendment to Japanese business law, allowing for better corporate governance. It basically adds a new decision-making body to the operation of major corporations in Japan, elected by the board of directors.
So this change came because foreign investors wanted outside directors to have more say in how large companies in Japan operated. Now, under Nintendo's new structure, there will now be an audit and supervisory committee, which will audit the management of Nintendo and how it makes decisions.
That means a lot more accountability and transparency that's going to be happening at Nintendo. And if enough governing executives say, hey, you know what, let's change this to this new way of doing business, it could happen.
Absolutely. Maybe they make good business decisions. Again, that's so much speculation. We were the speculation show, as we always are. Before anyone gets too carried away here, their current articles of incorporation prior to their new changes did list restaurants, real estate, tools, and sound equipment, so, you know.
But, to be fair, Nintendo is a very old company who has shifted its business model a number of times over the last century. They could be getting ready for the whole new mindset with the NX, especially since they're insistent that it's not a replacement for the Wii U or the 3DS.
Yeah, either way, we're hoping that Nintendo considers bringing at least some of its lineup to PCs at some point in the future someday. And we'll keep on dreaming until they say otherwise.
What do you guys think of Nintendo shifting toward development of computer software? Are you hoping for a Nintendo hub on Steam?
Of course you are.
I am too.
For more of the Nintendo Speculation Super Show, like this video and subscribe to the know. You did it! You did a great job!
Thanks. Appreciate it.
I'm so proud.
I was really stiff, but that's
No, you did great.
That might be the case according to a new announcement. Sorry.
That's okay.
On its own on your PC, and then a shared library cross-platform. Sorry.
Before anybody gets too carried away. Before anybody gets.